Getting jobs abroad can be a bit daunting. For a lot of people, when they move abroad and they're looking for jobs, most of them find jobs in the healthcare sector, working as care assistants. Others work in kitchens and do jobs they are not really interested in. But what if I told you that you could move abroad and work a high paying job? You can earn good money while moving abroad. And even if you're abroad and struggling to find a job, you can also secure one that's high paying and you really don't need a lot of qualifications to do it. So if you're interested, all I need you to do is just stick to the end of this video because this video is definitely for you.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.
Hello, folks. This is your one and only Wakawaka Doctor. Always bring you the best gist when it comes to travel and migration. You know how we do it here. All we do is share information that has to do with traveling, working, living, moving abroad, the whole shebang. If you want the abroad life, this is where you need to be. If this is the first time of you coming across my channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing, because you will not want to miss a thing. For those who always share feedback with me week in and week out, I want to say thank you. It pushes me to do more. Two quick things that I like to share with everyone to avoid scammers. I am not on Telegram and I'm not on WhatsApp. If you do find anyone in the comment section saying you should send them messages on Telegram or WhatsApp, it is not me. The only way to reach me is in the description box of this video. Let's get to the gist of the day. I want you to watch this video carefully because this video is a testimonial of someone who got a high-paying job without having to write IELTS, without having to even work in that industry. She simply just transitioned. It's a video of someone who didn't have any extra skills, learned everything, was patient, and got a high-paying job. So take a minute and watch this video.
Hi, my name is Anu. I am a DevOps engineer. I took the Kubernetes class with InitTech in 2022, and I had a really good experience, while taking that class. I had joined the class as a tech novice, but I found the class to be highly informative. It was well paced for a beginner like me, and it was thorough. So it was a 3 month training program that started with Docker and then progressed to Kubernetes, deep dive into Kubernetes, and then concluded with interview preparation sessions. So we also had mentorship for members of the class. We had office hours twice a week, to help clarify or reinforce the topics that were covered in class. We had study groups so that every member of the class would be carried along. We had typical interview questions and recorded interview sessions to help prepare you for interviews. And very importantly, we had a big community to support you when you start a job or when you're working on a project.
All right, folks, there you go. So if this can be done by an immigrant living in Canada, UK, United States, anywhere around the world, or even in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, looking to move for better, if that person can do it, then you can do it too. As always, I've got a specialist in the house today, someone who I've known for many, many years, although on a different path, both Manchester United fans, God help us. But but today we're talking something different. We're talking about how we can help you get those high-paying jobs abroad. I'm going to allow him do his introductions. He's going to tell us his name, tell us what he does, where he stays, if he wants to tell us and give us all that information. Hello, brother. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me. My name is Kenna Ofegwu. I'm a principal software engineer. My day job centers around building applications and, reliability and all that good stuff. Don't want to bore you guys with too much technical details. I'm based out of here in the US, particularly Houston, Texas. So I'm actually in Lagos, away from Lagos. So Happy to talk to you guys and engage and tell you guys about opportunities that are available that you can actually take advantage of.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So quickly, before I tell you the gist of the day, I want you to share this video. Make sure you like, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you just share to as many friends as possible. I also want to tell you that there is a masterclass that I created just for you. A masterclass that you can buy that is very affordable, that will give you opportunities. You're in tech, you're looking for scholarships, you're looking for how to apply to jobs, you're an engineer, you're a teacher, you're a lawyer, you're in healthcare, you're in tech, you're looking to move to the United States for free. I got everything covered. You've applied for jobs, but they're not calling you. This masterclass has everything all. And I've created a special link in the description box of this video for you to be able to get that masterclass, okay? So go to the link and get the masterclass. The first question I'm going to throw to you is more of a bomb. People say that, you know, tech jobs are one of the highest paying jobs. I'm a doctor. And to be honest, on the side, I'm also doing project management. I'm trying to earn a tech skill. And one of the reasons that pushed me to it is that people say tech skills, you know, get you the high paying jobs. How true is that? Especially for foreigners, black people, you know, not the white folks. Is that true?
I would say on the average, it is true, depending on where you fall on the spectrum. Tech has now produced some of the highest paying jobs that you'll see, especially around, you know, AI, ML, data analysis, DevOps, cloud engineering. There are a lot of high paying tech jobs that actually competes with these, you know, medical doctor jobs and specialist jobs. You see jobs over $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. But on the average, you can actually expect to earn a very decent salary if you have good tech training. On the average.
On the average.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Now, I want you to tell us your own story. Have you always been in tech? Did you stumble into tech during COVID, like a lot of people? Or you transitioned from one career into tech? How did you come about it?
So I've been in tech for about 13 to 14 years now. So I'm pre-COVID. But I do have a background in civil engineering. And
Aha!
as you so as you know, staying in Nigeria and having a degree doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you actually have to fall and, you know, start your career. You know, I came to the US, I took another degree in information systems. So I do have some of the training in tech, but I want to say this. Most of the stuff that I learned in college, I'm not even using it. In fact, I think I always joke with my friends, you know, we went to learn information systems to write better emails. Yeah, so I started out as a database engineer. I took a training like this, a 3-month program. I took the training, I became a database specialist, so to say. And then I got my first job. I got my first job in a community college somewhere in Boston. And then I started moving up the ladder from there. So it's over more than a decade, I've transitioned multiple jobs. But I want to say this, that first training that I got, which was a little specialized, was what started everything. I was able to very, very, very quickly focus on a specific part of IT, which is database. And at that point in time, it was actually, you know, on fire. A lot of database, there was a demand for a lot of database engineers. I just took a boot camp, and that was how it started. And I got in, and I haven't looked back since. So we decided to provide these types of opportunities for people who want to fast track into IT without necessarily, you know, trying to boil the ocean. So yeah,
going through the stress. And you've helped hundreds and lots of people make this move. What kinds of people are you looking for, or what kind of people do you help or train?
So the good thing about it is that it's literally anybody. If you're looking at people, all I say is all you need is determination, focus, and an actual defined learning path. Doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter qualification. There is something for everybody. What we always notice is that people are scared. When you hear IT, they think hardcore programming, like all the movies you watch, like Matrix and all that kind of stuff. Funny enough, there are a lot of IT jobs that are IT, like they're tech adjacent. Like there's softer parts of IT that you can start with, start making good money, and then if you decide you want to go hardcore software programming, cloud engine, then you can. So the bottom line is anybody, anybody can get into IT.
So no special degree qualification, no exams you need to write before. You just need to bring yourself the way you are.
Not necessarily, because IT and the hiring for IT is very skill based. So as long as you have those skills and you can demonstrably show that you have those skills, and you package yourself properly, people will hire you. But we don't really try to focus on certifications, because certifications are a piece of digital paper. What people should focus on, and what we try to emphasize, is the actual skill. Like the actual hands-on. Can you do this? Can you do A? Can you do B? Can you do C? Not necessarily do you have a piece of paper where you're able to read and regurgitate and pass a certification. They go hand in hand, but the focus should be on the actual skills, like what you can do.
Okay, amazing. Can you draw us a map of, let's assume I'm a client and I want you to teach me from start to finish. I have no idea about how this runs. Can you draw me a map from when I first contact you up until the point where I might be able to land a job?
I'll do you one better. I would just re-image the experience of somebody I've already done this for.
Okay.
So let's say no IT background, no IT skills, maybe working a job somewhere in the bank, and you want to move, you want new skills, you come to me, we do a consultation. We have a couple of classes, and based on, one-on-one consultations and your interest, I can tell you which particular course. So let's say you wanted to go into cloud engineering because cloud engineering jobs are high paying. We have a program that teaches you cloud engineering from scratch, without having any IT background. So you come to me, you decide that's what you want to do. We have an info session, because we do info sessions to make people understand what they're getting themselves into. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you can become this and that and this and that, but they don't give you the full picture. So we have info sessions where we call other people who have joined and are working to tell their stories. So you'll be on the same call and ask these questions. So when we finalize and formalize that this is what you want to do, we have a kickoff session. Kickoff sessions, we give you all the materials that you need. Most of the materials are going to be browser-based, so you don't necessarily have to have like a big computer or very fancy laptop. All this stuff is going to be browser-based. We give you all that. We also assign mentors, so because we understand that if you're getting into IT, you need a couple things. You need a framework, a learning path, you need your peers, but you need a mentor, someone that's in the field that will tell you, I'm actually doing this, and what you're doing is relevant. So you can have like one-on-one sessions with them. These mentors are people who are like friends of our training academy or previous students of the academy who are volunteering their time to mentor other people to pay it forward. So we give you all that from scratch. The course duration on average is about 3 months, 3 to 4 months. And then after that, we give you some capstone project. The capstone projects actually simulates what you'd see in an environment. So we make sure that you're able to do that. Once you finish the projects, we help you put together a proper resume, a resume that shows all the skills that you have learned in a consumable format, in a format that somebody trying to hire cannot identify with. And then we start to do what we call interview prep sessions. For over a month, like twice a week, we'll simulate interviews, because people take these trainings and they get scared. They're afraid of interviews. So we'll grill you before the actual interviews. So by the time you get there, most of the things that you would actually face, you've already seen it, but in a friendly environment. And then after that, we show you places to apply. We already have contacts and people and places and locations where you can actually apply. Once you apply, if you get an interview request based on availability, we can actually help you like 30 minutes to an hour for that specific interview. We also have a very big, broad community of over 800 people who are tech enthusiasts as well, who volunteer their time to help you if, the principals are not available. So if I was to draw a timeline being optimistic, you can go from 0 to earning a decent salary in 6 months. And when I say optimistic, it's because there's a 50-50 rule here.
And that's also dependent on the other person putting in their own effort as well.
Yes, we will put in the effort. You have to match the effort. Like, we can't quantify these things if you're lethargic about it, you're not really putting in. But the idea is that if you put in 100%, we put in 100%, we should get you there in about 6 months, give or take.
All right, fantastic.
Guys, why is it that you do not subscribe to my YouTube channel? Why? I'm providing information to help you move abroad, yet I find that so many people watch my videos, but they don't subscribe to it. Yes, when I check my analytics, I see that a lot of people use my videos, but they don't subscribe. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you drop comments so that I can interact with you and I can answer your questions. Okay, what should I do? What do you want me to do before you? Should I kneel down? Should I beg you? Should I roll on the floor? I can do it easily. All right? We're just trying to help more people. So please just subscribe to my videos. Okay, share them. Let's help more people move abroad. Thank you.
Now, another concern that people would have is the tech world not saturated with people? Are these jobs still there? You are in the US. I know the US is one of the highest paying, countries in the world. Are these jobs still available there?
So when people say tech is saturated, I want to qualify that though. There's a difference between saturation and competition. Saturation is not what is happening. Competition is what is happening. There are a lot of jobs. There are a lot of people competing for these jobs. So you have to make sure that you're good at what you do, put your best foot forward to stand out. The issue is not whether these jobs are drying up. The issue is, are you investing the time and the skills to stand out? If the latter is the case, you're going to get a job. Think about it like this. The advent of AI has brought in its own flurry of jobs around that AI ecosystem. Remember, AI is just a part of IT. You still have DevOps, you still have cloud engineering, you still have, micro pockets of IT domains that are still, I don't want to say relatively untouched, but there are still places
that's still going to spring out, right?
But in addition to that, there are also parts of IT that are not core IT, program management, product management, Scrum. Okay, Scrum is a little saturated. That one, I'll give you that.
Project
but cybersecurity, data analysis. There's so many places. I think people are having tunnel vision and looking into specific parts of IT, but it is very, very, very broad.
Okay. You have a company that helps people train. Can you tell us about your company and what support you have in place to help, migrants?
Yeah, so funny story about this. It started because as an engineer, we had some requests for people who had these similar skill sets. And I went around the Nigerian community, like, it's something called Kubernetes. Kubernetes is very high, it's a highly advanced software engineering skill. I could not find anybody. And there were actually jobs out there paying a lot of money. So at that time, I think I was working in one of these FANG companies. I just brought together my friends. I'm like, hey guys, there are these high paying jobs. There's a skill gap here. Why don't we train you guys and you guys be our first set of people? And we trained I think it was 10 engineers, and literally all of them started getting these jobs. So that birthed the idea of training. So the training came as a result of an actual need at the time. So what we found out is a lot of people liked our training style. They liked the fact that it was very practical. It was designed by engineers. And they were like, hey, but this is too advanced for us. We want something that is basic. If I have no idea about IT, I want to get in, but I want this same quality. So we did our, due diligence and research and started adding courses that, are more beginner friendly, cloud engineering, Power BI, now we've added AI, prompt engineering. So right now, what we do is after the training, we pull everybody into a community. That community is a superset of people who have taken the class, 800 plus strong people. So you can always ask questions, you can interact, you can do peer programming. You're part of a larger community because the idea is not just train people and just, hey, go out there. The idea is build a community of people that can help each other, provide like resources, interview prep, job vacancy opportunities. Let's say I'm working in an organization, my company's hiring. I come out, post it, hey, guys, my company's hiring. Do you guys have the skill set? Because they've taken the classes and they're still part of the community, they have access to that information. And I can come in and say, hey, let me help you prepare, have inside knowledge on what you would actually face. So that is kind of the broader appeal / idea. However, we do provide interview prep. We do provide on-job support. On-the-job support is like, you have a job, you have a question, you ask the question, somebody who has faced this before can say, hey, I've seen this kind of thing before. Maybe you should do this and this and this, or maybe you should read this and this and that. It helps shorten the arc of resolving issues. So not only are we a training program, like I said, we're also building a community of tech enthusiasts who help each other out. So yeah.
All right.
Happy to.
What's the name of your company and how can people reach or get across to you?
The name of the company is Image Tech. Our website is www.imagetech. E like image, but with an E.
Yeah.
www.imagetech.io. If you go on the website, you'll see all our courses. You'll see like testimonials of people who have taken courses before. You can reach out. All our contact details and everything are on there. So pretty much everything you need will be on the website.
On Instagram, I think is the same, imagetech.io.
Imagetech.io on Instagram, correct.
Instagram. Okay. So that will be the way to reach across to you. You can go on their website. You can also just go on their Instagram. Of course, I'm going to put links, direct links of their contact in the description box of this video. As a roundup, is there anything else you think you've missed that you think anybody listening should know?
Yeah, so my closing thoughts on this is that people are leaving a lot of opportunities on the table out of fear. Everybody's afraid of getting into tech because they look at it like this big behemoth that, you know, I don't understand what's going on. I think it's too much for me. But I have a story to tell you. It's not too much for you. You can always get in, find the part of tech that is suited to your personality, your character, your level of determination, and get in first. You don't have to get in at the highest level. Get in, chunk at it, you know, start small. You might start to see incremental progress. Then you can move in. Before you know it, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you will not recognize yourself. So I say that to say, don't be afraid, you know, look at something, get in. The worst case scenario is that you're a smarter person than you were before you got in.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, do not say that I've not helped you. Here is another opportunity to get to do the work and give yourself a chance. Give yourself an opportunity to land a high-paying job anywhere you find yourself. The first key is to earn a skill, and that's where Image Tech comes into play. You can visit their website. You can also check them out on Instagram, imagetech.io, and I'm sure, I can guarantee that someone will take you by the hand from start to finish. Thank you very much to everyone who's watched this video. Till I see you again in another episode, it's Wakawaka Doctor, and I'm signing out.